got popcorn already. I'm watching this world burn already.
How do you have popcorn? What the?
I don't really have
the popcorn
popcorn.
I have is stale, so.
Wait, you have popcorn too? What the?
I don't really have popcorn.
Well, it's in my
raviolis.
storage. I just ate dinner. I don't really feel like eating popcorn, but yes, I do have popcorn still.
Oh my gosh. Why would its own platform want to change to do something else when, like, 100% of the platform, like, everybody is doing the exact same thing, and now they just want to, like, revamp the whole thing? This makes no sense.
Not to mention that's pretty much a majority of their revenue, so they're going to tank.
Well, it's basically the same thing that Tumblr did.
Look how that got them.
I mean, some people still use it, but I still have an account. I just haven't touched it in years. So pretty much, we're in here. We're going to be discussing the whole OnlyFans shitting the bed thing.
I'm honestly a little bit shocked that they're doing it. Honestly,
It's
highly
funny. It's freaking funny.
Yeah,
They didn't
I'm looking
really
at the statistics, and I'm like, they make this much money, and yet, if you do this, their revenue's gonna go not only down the drain, but your website, since they're not gonna be making that much money anymore, you're losing a ton of your user base.
I mean, they're not going to be losing just a ton of their user base. It's going to be everybody on the platform is just going to dip. Just gone.
Customers, no more users, so basically the entire website's gonna be pretty much dead.
In order to ensure the long-term stability of our platform and continue to host inclusive community of creators and fans, we must involve our content guidelines. The fuck are you smoking?
Why would they involve content guidelines? We'll go
Guideline.
Go ahead.
If I remember correctly from what I read, it said they can still post nude photos and nude videos. I'm like, isn't that
no hardcore?
Contradicting
Absolutely
what you just?
no hardcore.
That's pretty much like telling all of like YouPorn, oh, you can't post any like pornographic photos, no pornographic videos, but you can put photos though. Like, well, that everybody's just gonna stop going to the website in general. Bad analogy, but yeah.
The last sentence reads: if you look at all the promos, they don't promote us at all. I noticed a huge drop in them promoting people who did sex work. Bro. Think.
You're trying to go mainstream, or
think. Like, what are you on about? Your company is worth $2 billion.
That's actually more.
More than $2 billion, but that's beside the point. It's probably like $4 billion or something like that.
Dude, at this point, as soon as that date hits, OnlyFans is just gonna shit the bed entirely. Everybody, I can see one or two things happening. They're either A, gonna take this to Twitter, or B, gonna take this to TikTok and then start posting stuff on there. I can see this happening. I can see this happening.
Like mini vids, for example.
Honestly, man, it's like this whole thing it ain't good for them. I don't care what they think. You're $4 billion up, and you're gonna cost your entire company.
The top like creators on like the whole platform, I don't really think that's gonna do anything to them. But right now, their top like creators are Tiger, the rapper Tiger, Mia Khalifa, Erica Mana, Mia, Bella Thorne. Everybody knows Bella Thorne. But trust me, I mean, I don't even look at the platform. I haven't even bought I haven't even simped for not one person on that thing. Because what people don't know is that there's a website. Whenever someone posts something on OnlyFans, it goes to that website. So people don't have to pay. They can just go to that website and just browse everything. A lot of people don't know that, which I find funny. It's just insane.
It really is. Looking at it in a long-term specs of all of it, you gotta think that even if they do go to Twitter, which mostly everyone does, they still need a website to post their content to.
I mean, some to an extent, if like you blur it to like a T, you can post it on Twitter, but like on OnlyFans, like they just let everything go. I do remember, what was it? You guys remember Vine? Remember how Vine? There used to be a lot of females posting so much on there, and then like at least a month and a half later they just cut everything, and then 2 months later during the summertime of when Vine was like in its hype, it just died. The whole platform shut down
without any notice whatsoever.
I mean, they did like talk about it like briefly, but no one really paid attention, and the whole like platform just shut down. Everybody was like confused. It was like all over Twitter. It was trending on Twitter that like summer too. It was nuts. This, like, oh, who is pinging me? Anyways, this OnlyFans. What are you doing? You're gonna lose so much money doing this.
Absolutely are.
Honestly, I can see all the small timers just going either to Patreon or Ko-fi.
I don't even see them going to Patreon. I mean, Patreon for the money to get to their stuff, yeah, I get it, but I mean, they're still gonna need another site to post their content to. Honestly, I would expect most of them to go to Pornhub, if anything.
Yeah, if worse, they would sign with a porn company, and it'll get treated like shit in the process.
Not to mention the contracts are when it comes to that type of stuff.
So who wants to like read off like on who's like the top on the website?
I'm actually surprised fucking Pokemane's not on there.
She didn't make the list. She didn't make the list.
I'm honestly shocked.
Well, that's
Again,
because
she
her
did not make the
personality
list.
is horrible.
I mean, she is a horrible person. We all know that. What the fuck? Shrap, what are you sending me? It's a good thing I opened this on my phone. Oh my. I'm gonna put this on the screen, like here, for everybody who's watching us on YouTube, like for real time. Like you guys will, I'll show you guys in a second. But anyways, back to this. Like the top people on this thing, I'm surprised Bella Thorne dropped to 2. She was at like number 1 for at least like what, a year and a half, and like now she dropped to 2. That's like damn.
Imagine he has more followers than Black China.
It's nuts.
I
Too bad. You can see that. You can see Travis all the way down here, like underneath, the, like in the 500s down here. Trav, you need to start posting more.
Who else was I thinking of? What was her name? That she was very popular for like being a tease throughout the entire internet, and she became a meme.
Oh, Belle Delphine.
Belle Delphine.
Yeah, she's not on here. She never made this list.
Don't know
No,
if you even have an OnlyFans? I don't even know.
I'm sure she does. And if you guys want to know, I can look that up right now. I'm not gonna click straight to it. I'm just gonna look it
you
up.
might want to pause it here just in case something pops up.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, you're right.
There's her Insta, her YouTube.
Right there.
Oh, yeah, she does have one. Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah, I'm not clicking that, just to let you guys know.
I don't think anyone should click that in their right mind because of how she fucking tried to be popular.
That and the whole bathwater incident. Like,
That's
no.
exactly
No.
what I was referencing.
Yeah, how people were vaping her
So
bathwater. That show's funny as fuck.
Oh my god, why?
I'm not kidding.
Get a bacterial infection, just why?
People were vaping her bathwater, putting.
Belle Delphine's so-called gamer girl bathwater. What we have here is a powerful holy elixir. I'm gonna vape this bitch. Fuck! What the? Oh my god, I'm gonna be sick. What the fuck? Oh my god, dude. What is this chick bathing in? That's disgusting. Fuck.
People were drinking her bathwater, cooking with it. I was like, oh my god. What are they
That's
doing?
disgusting.
How
Yeah.
degenerate is that?
So degenerate. Honestly, like a lot of the people are gonna end up moving to either Twitter, Facebook, whatever they can get their hands on to like just get their.
A lot of people
content
have
out of there.
made the transition over to Twitter, Ko-fi, and a couple of other websites. But like we won't know officially until like the
And
date
yeah,
hits.
OnlyFans clones.
Yeah, and eventually they're just gonna end up creating their own website. And honestly, it's not that difficult to create a website. The problem is to maintain the security.
And privacy,
I mean,
especially.
privacy. Like sometimes when it comes to social media, it's hard to maintain that. Because if you have like, what was the thing before OnlyFans? What was it? Patreon. Remember that?
Patreon.
Like how when that first came out, like pretty much everyone was doing the same thing that they were doing on OnlyFans, and then they started to like crack down on like what you can post on like Patreon. Some people still are on it. Some people left to go do something else. Some people even left Patreon to go to this OnlyFans.
And then now OnlyFans is basically just saying no to all of it.
Yeah, you're pretty much kicking 100% of like all of their creators.
Honestly, it really doesn't make any sense. Like, why? I mean, you're basically cornering an area of the market. You got a big section of the market, and now you're just going to close down that part of the market? Why?
Wonder who the hell thought this was a good idea. Like,
The CEO of
did
OnlyFans.
their marketing department just say, like, do it, and then the CEO followed, or did the CEO just come up with this, and the marketing was like, okay, we can't do anything about it?
That's just nuts, though.
Probably their PR department. They don't want to risk it any further. To consider that some of the newer faces on OF are 18 years old.
Some of them are a bit like younger if you really think about it, because a lot of people on the website lie. Just saying.
Of course.
So
Security measure for that?
There's ways to get around it.
basically, someone who wrote a few blogs looks like they decided to cut. It looks like OnlyFans decided to listen to those blogs. Looking this over, it looks like someone wrote blogs for the company, and apparently the company OnlyFans just wants to follow the same moves as Patreon did, but I mean Patreon's still making money, but it's not that good.
I mean, in the
So-
beginning they made a lot. Now it's just like, they're not really making as much anymore.
So that makes me wonder, are they actually thinking of not getting rid of all the content, just having their customer or clientele censor it?
And if they censor it and then people have to pay extra for it, I mean, they can still be getting more money, but some people would still hate it, though. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying it will happen. I'm just saying if it does.
Agree. I mean, that's if it happens, but if that is the case, then it might be a good move. It might not be, because a lot of people don't want to waste the time and edit that type of stuff, or waste the money into hiring an editor for that.
People are self-taught editors. Some people will have to like like you said, hire people. But
I've already seen it coming. Like, why would I subscribe to like one girl for nudes if I can just like pirate it like someplace else, or to go to like torrents or forums for porn? Like, why would I waste money on that? For me personally, like, feels like I end up like going through like the same trap of like simping.
If you want to simp, just go to a strip club.
Exactly.
not wrong. He's not wrong.
Let's be honest here. Would you want to rather look at titties through a screen or in person?
In person, no question about it.
L'Oreal, your thoughts on this?
They're actually making a huge mistake because, one, quarantine. Two, because it's quarantine, a bunch of sex workers actually do have the opportunity to make more money while being in a safe environment. That's my take on it.
Escorting, for example.
To mention, they actually can keep all the money they make instead of giving a percentage to, let's say, bouncers or the company that sponsors them.
Agents.
Really interesting, I will say that.
I'm just highly surprised, and I had in any sort of the way, because I didn't really care about the site since it first started. It started. You guys remember when it first came out? Like when like COVID like first started happening, like towards the end of 2019, and
Yes.
then around like February, like March is when February March is when like the whole site started like take off, and a lot of people started to make money. And like now all of a sudden they're like, It's like, I think they're like rethinking, like, oh, this is not what the platform was supposed to be, so we're just gonna like kick everybody out who's like making like all this like nude and like pornographic content. We're just gonna kick them all out and just start anew. Like, they can't just like do that out of nowhere, because 100% of their creators are all doing the same thing. They're making this much money, and yet they just want to like chuck the whole thing and start anew. They can't just do that. They have to warn everybody first, not just like come out of nowhere and just boom, oh, we're kicking you out. That's like living in a house. No, that's like living in a house and then like the landlord just comes up and kicks you out the same day. Like, you've been like, say you've been living in a house for like at least like what, 9 years, and then like out of nowhere you can be at work, you come home, and all of a sudden the landlord's like waiting for you. It's like, oh, you need to get your stuff out. I'm kicking you out today. Like, huh? Like, what? Like, you could have paid all your bills like yesterday, and like all of a sudden the next day you're getting kicked out. Like, it doesn't work like that. It's nuts.
First of all, they won't give you an explanation.
Forum pretty much said like of October is when like they're just gonna like chuck everybody and like, oh, goodbye. This is just funny. The day Onlyfans shit the bed. October. Twitter's gonna explode with this.